हेलो हाय गाइस, स्वागत करता हूँ आपका स्मार्ट कीड़ा करंट अफेयर्स मार्च मॉक ड्रिल 6. सो आई वेलकम यू टू मार्च मॉक ड्रिल 6. दिस वीडियो शैल बी इन complete English and thereafter we shall move in the Hindi versions also. So let's start with the national and state affairs. On March 16th, Eastern and Western dedicated freight corridors will become operational in 2022, as informed by Railway Minister Piyush Goyal in Lok Sabha. So on March 16th, the news came that the Eastern and Western dedicated freight corridors will become operational in 2022. Rupees 2,15,000 crore have been allocated for railways in the 21-22 budget. So now, what is the role of the freight corridors? We transport most of our stuff by trucks or by individual tempos or individual cars, etc. and etc., like small cars. Now, the problem with this is that it costs a lot. Because, see, if you are going by a car, let us say it will cost you 3,000 rupees, inclusive of all petrol charges, to 3,000 to 5,000 rupees of only petrol charges to go from, let us say, Delhi to Mumbai per car. Right, but if you go, like, let us say in one person you are going from Delhi to Mumbai, then it will only cost 900 rupees. Even for a Shatabdi, it will cost 2,500 rupees. And if there are 5 people, then it's the same. If there are 10 people, 20 people. So freight corridors are very important because this will give railway an edge in the transport sector. It's going to be operational by 2022. Very important. So let's go for the second news. The 28th MOU under Adopt a Heritage Apni Dharohar Apni Pehchan was awarded for Dara Shikoh Library building. So you can see it here. The Apni Dharohar Apni Pehchan was awarded to Dara Shikoh Library building. This is located in Delhi. The duration of the Memorandum of Understanding is 5 years. You can see it here. The duration of the MOU is for an initial period of 5 years. And the name of the MOU is, the MOU was signed under the Adopt a Heritage Apni Dharohar Apni Pehchan. On March 18th, fruit growers in rural Maharashtra have started an innovative movement to promote fresh fruit cakes as a healthier option instead of the traditional bakery made cakes. Now, this is very important because most of the local people are coming with indigenous solutions to the indigenous problems. So they have gone for fresh fruit cakes instead of traditional bakery made cakes. This will also encourage Atmanirbhar Bharat. This will also encourage indigenous development of new techniques. It encourages farmers and their families to increase the intake of fruits in their diet and to find a new way of selling their produce in times of COVID-19. So very, very important. Maharashtra farmers have started this fresh fruit cake movement. The CM of Maharashtra is Uddhav Thackeray. He is selected from Shiv Sena. Governor of Maharashtra is Bhagat Singh Koshyari. On March 18th, the Jharkhand government has launched SAMAR, Strategic Action for Alleviation of Malnutrition and Anemia Reduction campaign to tackle malnutrition in the state. The campaign aims to identify anemic women and the malnourished children and converges various departments to effectively deal with the problem. It was launched with a 1,000 days target. So it's a very important thing that the aim of SAMAR is to complete it within a time span of 1,000 days. Very, very important. Jharkhand has launched it. Full form of SAMAR, you can note it: Strategic Action for Alleviation of Malnutrition and Anemia Reduction. So I hope that's very clear that what is the full form of that. Jharkhand's capital is Ranchi. CM is Hemant Soren. Governor is Draupadi Murmu. Niti Aayog has submitted the first list of about 12 public sector undertakings for privatization. The list will be considered by the Department of Investment and Public Asset Management (DIPM) and the core group of secretaries on divestment. India has targeted rupees 1.75 lakh crore of disinvestment in the financial year 21-22. Very important. So Niti Aayog has submitted its first list of about 12 PSUs for privatization. Headquarter of Niti Aayog is in New Delhi. CEO is Amitabh Kant. Chairperson is Narendra Modi. Vice Chairperson is Rajiv Kumar. On March 19th, PM Narendra Modi has inaugurated the 4th edition of the Global Ayurveda Festival 21 through video conference. This festival was organized by the Center for Innovation in Science and Social Action between March 12 and March 19th. It features lectures by 35 internationally renowned scientists and more than 150 Indian scientists, V. Muralidharan is the chairman of the organizing committee of the festival. So PM Narendra Modi has inaugurated the 4th edition of the Global Ayurveda Festival 2021 organized by CISSA. Festival was chaired by V. Muralidharan. On March 24th, Shri R.K. Singh, the Union Minister of State for Power and New and Renewable Energy, has launched the Gram Ujala program in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Under this program, Convergence Energy Services Limited will distribute high quality LED bulbs at an affordable cost of rupees 10 per bulb in rural areas of Varanasi. Varanasi, we must remember, is the constituency of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Earlier, the scheme was launched in Ara, Bihar, where it has crossed 6,150 distribution mark within 2 days of the launch. So R.K. Singh holds the Ministry of Power, and he has launched the Gram Ujala program in Varanasi, UP. Earlier, it was launched in Ara, Bihar. CECL distributes high quality LED bulbs at rupees 10 per bulb. UP's capital is Lucknow. CM is Yogi Adityanath. Governor is Anandiben Patel. On March 24th, India has planned to conduct airborne radar surveys to estimate the thickness of Himalayan glaciers, with the pilot study to be conducted in the Lahaul-Spiti basin of Himachal Pradesh. Once the pilot project is done, similar studies will be conducted in Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra subbasins. India has planned to add 45 gigawatts of hydropower capacity to its energy basket. So India is going to conduct airborne radar surveys to estimate the thickness of Himalayan glaciers. The pilot project will be conducted in the Lahaul-Spiti basin of Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh is my state. Its capital is Shimla in the summers, Dharamshala in the winters because Shimla is too cold. CM is Jairam Thakur, Shri Jairam Thakur, and Governor is Bandaru Dattatreya. On March 19th, Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank took a ride in the Energy Swaraj Yatra bus built by Dr. Chetan Singh Solanki. He is a professor at IIT Bombay. The Energy Swaraj Yatra began in 2020 and will continue until 2030. So you can see it here, Minister of HRD Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank took a ride in the Energy Swaraj Yatra bus built by IIT Bombay. It will started in 2020 and will continue till 2030. Dr. Harshvardhan, Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare and Chairman for the Indian Red Cross Society, has inaugurated a nucleic acid testing facility at the IRCS NHU Blood Center. He has also inaugurated 3 fully equipped vehicles. Very important. Headquarters of IRCS is in New Delhi. Chairman is Dr. Harshvardhan. You can see it here. The Van Dhan Vikas Yojana is a program for value addition, branding and marketing for minor forest producers by establishing Van Dhan Kendras to facilitate creation of sustainable livelihoods for the forest-based tribes. Manipur has emerged as the model state for Van Dhan Vikas Yojana. Since the time that the program was launched in the state in October 2019, 100 Van Dhan Vikas Kendras have been established. So Manipur has emerged as the model state for Van Dhan Vikas Yojana. Manipur's capital is Imphal, CM is N. Biren Singh, Governor is Najma Hepatullah. In Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha has initiated the project Awam Ki Baat, a radio program by launching its website at the Raj Bhavan Jammu. So Awam Ki Baat, a radio program was launched. Jammu and Kashmir's capital is Srinagar, Lieutenant Governor is Manoj Sinha. In Madhya Pradesh, Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar and Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan have launched the Mission Gramodya in the state. Under the Gramodya mission, besides providing housing facilities in rural areas, basic and fundamental infrastructure will also be expanded. So you can see it here. Narendra Singh Tomar and Shivraj Singh Chauhan has launched the Mission Gramodya in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh's capital is Bhopal, CM is Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Governor is Anandiben Patel. On March 19, NABARD's wholly owned subsidiary, NAB Sanskarakshan Trustee Private Limited, has appointed by the government as a trustee for rupees 750 crore credit guarantee fund under the Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. The government has set up AHIDF with a corpus of rupees 15,000 crore as a part of the Atmanirbhar package. So NAB Sanrakshan Trustee Private Limited has appointed by the government as a trustee for the 750 crore credit guarantee fund. Government has set up AHIDF with a corpus of rupees 15,000 crore. Headquarters of NABARD is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Chairman is Chintala Govinda Rajulu, founded in the year 1982. On March 19, IRDA has hiked the maximum cover under the Standard Health Insurance Plan Arogya Sanjeevani policy from rupees 5 lakh earlier to rupees 10 lakh. Arogya Sanjeevani policy was launched in March 20. The IRDA has made it mandatory for insurers to offer a sum insured between rupees 50,000 to rupees 10 lakh under this policy. IRDA now has increased the maximum cover to 10 lakh. Earlier it was 5 lakh. Sum insured is 50,000 to 10 lakh. So 50,000 is the lower limit, 10 lakh is the higher limit. Chairman for IRDAI is Subhash Chandra Khuntia. Executive Director is Suresh Mathur. Capital is in Hyderabad, Telangana. On March 18th, as a part of the Kisan Kalyan Mission, Uttar Pradesh has launched the UP Farmer Producer Organization Shakti Portal, the first of its kind in India, to benefit farmers at grassroots level. The initiative comes amid the BJP government's resolve to double the income of farmers by 2022. So you can see it here, very, very important. So Uttar Pradesh has launched the FPO Shakti portal to benefit farmers as a part of the Kisan Kalyan Mission. UP's capital is Lucknow, CM is Yogi Adityanath, Governor is Anandiben Patel. On March 18th, Bihar has become the first state in India to implement an ethanol promotion policy that would allow investors to directly make ethanol from maize, molasses, broken rice, and rotten grains. An investor would get a 15% government subsidy and a maximum of rupees 5 crore. So Bihar has become the first state in India to implement an ethanol promotion policy. Investor would get a 15% government subsidy and a maximum of rupees 5 crore. Bihar's capital is Patna, CM is Nitish Kumar, Governor is Fagu Chauhan. On March 21st, Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Harshvardhan, has inaugurated the IMTech Bio Innovation Center at CSIR IMTech Chandigarh. You can see it here. He has also inaugurated the Advanced High Resolution Microscopic Facility at National Agri-Food Biotechnological Institute in Mohali, Punjab. So it's very, very important. Innovation Center and Center for Excellence for Intelligent Sensors and Systems. So very, very important. Kindly learn the full name. So very important. Mohali and Chandigarh witnessed the inauguration of these two centers. On March 21st, Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Prema Khandu has inaugurated the state's first formal indigenous language and knowledge system school in East Kamang district. It's the first of its kind school and it's called Naibu Navagam Yerko. So Arunachal Pradesh has inaugurated the Naibu Navagam Yerko, state's first formal indigenous language and knowledge system school in East Kamang. Arunachal Pradesh capital is Itanagar, CM is Pema Khandu, Governor is B.D. Mishra. The Indian Naval Air Squadron 310, also known as the Cobras, has celebrated its Diamond Jubilee on March 2021. The Cobras were raised in faraway France 60 years ago. So INAS 310, also known as the Cobras, celebrated its Diamond Jubilee. It has completed 60 years. So one must get the feel that there are a lot of organizations that are completing the Jubilee years or Platinum years. That shows that how long India has come in this way of development. I will take after every 20 information points, we will have a 5-minute break so that you can use your time in whatever time you want. It's a break time. So we will start this slide again after 5 minutes. Hello guys, so I'm back. Let's start with the next slide. As a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a 3 day Shehnai festival was organized at the BHU campus, Varanasi from March 21. BHU organized this music evening to remember the Shehnai maestro, Bharat Ratna Ustad Bismillah Khan. So 3 day festival, Shehnai festival organized at the Banaras Hindu University campus, Varanasi UP. BHU has organized this music evening to remember Ustad Bismillah Khan. PM Narendra Modi has launched the Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain campaign for conserving water, and he has also stressed that every penny of Maganarega funds shall be spent on rainwater conservation till the monsoon arrives. The campaign's theme is Catch the Rain Where It Falls When It Falls. So kindly do it. PM Narendra Modi has launched the Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain campaign. Campaign's theme is Catch the Rain Where It Falls When It Falls. On March 17, Niti Aayog has constituted 2 task forces that will recommend a policy framework for the enforcement of contracts as well as effective conciliation mechanism. One task force which will suggest facilitation of a speedy resolution of contractual disputes between private entities and the government will be headed by Amitabh Kant. The second task force which will recommend a policy framework for the enforcement of contracts will be led by Rajiv Kumar. So Niti Aayog has constituted 2 task forces for achieving policy certainty in contract enforcement. One task force suggesting facilitation of speedy resolution of contractual disputes is headed by Amitabh Kant. Second task force recommending a policy framework for the enforcement of contract is headed by Rajiv Kumar. On March 18th, to expedite the transition of India from a linear to a circular economy, 11 committees have been formed by the central government. The committees will be led by the concerned line ministries and the comprising officials from MOE, FCC and Niti Aayog, domain experts, academics and industry representatives. So central government has formed 11 committees to expedite the transition of India from a linear to a circular economy. Headquarter of Niti Aayog is in New Delhi. CEO is Amitabh Kant. Chairperson is Narendra Modi. Vice Chairperson is Rajiv Kumar. On March 18th, Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh have signed an agreement to link the Ken and Betwa rivers and irrigate the water deficient Bundelkhand region as well as provide electricity. So Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh have signed an agreement to link the Ken and Betwa rivers. UP's capital is Lucknow, CM is Yogi Adityanath, Governor is Anandiben Patel. Madhya Pradesh's capital is Bhopal, CM is Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Governor is Anandiben Patel. I guess the governor for MP might be different. Kindly check it out whether it's Anandiben Patel or not. On March 22, Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has announced a lowering of the legal age to drink liquor in the national capital from 21 to 21 years of age from 25. An experts committee set up by the government recommended in December that the legal drinking age to be changed to 21. So it has lowered the legal age of drinking liquor to 21 from 25 years earlier. Delhi's CM is Arvind Kejriwal, Governor is Anil Baijal, Chief Secretary is Vijay Dev. On March 22, to further boost the animal husbandry and veterinary sector in Andhra Pradesh, the state government has decided to set up India's first government-run ambulance network for animals. A total of 175 mobile ambulances clinics will be placed at the assembly constituency level. So Andhra Pradesh is going to set up India's first governmental-run ambulance network for animals. Legislative capital for Andhra Pradesh is Amravati, Visakhapatnam is the executive capital, Kurnool is the judicial capital, CM is YF Jagan Mohan Reddy, Governor is Bishwa Bhushan Harichandran. On March 23, government has recently formed a committee to popularize the legacy of 11th century Tomar king Anangpal II. Anangpal Tomar II was succeeded by his grandson Prithviraj Chauhan. The government formed a committee to popularize the legacy of the 11th century Anangpal II of the Tomara dynasty. Coming to international affairs, Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte's party has won the most seats in the parliament elections. His last government resigned in January over child welfare fraud scandals, but he has again come. So Mark Rutte has won the parliamentary elections of Netherlands. Capital is Amsterdam, currency is Euro, PM is Mark Rutte. A second batch of 20,000 litres of malathion 95% ULB pesticide is being supplied by India to Iran under a government-to-government locust control program. The consignment reached the Chabahar port on March 18, 2021. So India has supplied 20,000 litres of malathion pesticide to Iran. Iran's capital is Tehran, currency is Riyal, President is Ali Khamenei. On March 17, 2021, the European Commission has proposed to create a digital green certificate to facilitate the safe and free movement of citizens within the European Union amid the COVID-19 pandemic. A digital green certificate is a proof that a person has either been vaccinated against COVID 19 and has received a negative test result or has recovered from COVID 19. So, European Commission has proposed to create a digital green certificate for citizens. Headquarter of European Commission is in Brussels, Belgium. President is Ursula von der Leyen. On March 22, the European Union has officially onboarded as a member of the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. To support the CDRI, the US has announced funds of up to $9.2 million. The CDRI was launched in 2019 by PM Narendra Modi at the UN Climate Change Summit. PM Narendra Modi has also addressed at the third edition of the annual conference of the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. So, EU has joined the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. US has announced a fund of $9.2 million to support the CDRI. It is launched by PM Modi in 2019. Headquarter of EU is in Brussels, Belgium. President is Ursula von der Leyen. Member countries are 27. On March 22, Airport Authority of India has agreed to assist the Bangladesh aviation regulator in enhancing its capacity in terms of infrastructure and skilled manpower. India is currently celebrating Swarnim Vijay Varsh, the Golden Jubilee year, marking the 1971 war victory over Pakistan that led to the creation of Bangladesh. So, Airport Authority of India has agreed to assist the Bangladesh aviation regulator in enhancing its capacity. Bangladesh's capital is Dhaka, currency is Taka, PM is Sheikh Hasina, President is Abdul Hamid. Headquarter of AAI is in New Delhi, President is Arjun Munda. On March 22, the Danish Red Cross has sponsored and launched the world's first catastrophe bond to offer a dedicated insurance against volcanic eruptions. The project partners aim to raise as much as $3 million with the launch of this note. So, Danish Red Cross has launched the world's first catastrophe bond, CAT bond, to cover 10 volcanoes. Denmark's capital is Copenhagen, currency is Danish krone, PM is Mette Frederiksen. Coming to the banking and economic affairs, on March 17, the RBI has set up a standing external advisory committee for evaluating applications for universal and small finance banks. Shyamala Gopinath, former Deputy Governor RBI, has been appointed as the chairperson of the SCAC. SCAC stands for Standing External Advisory Committee. So, RBI set up the Standing External Advisory Committee to evaluate application for universal and SFBs. Chairperson of SCAC is Shyamala Gopinath. Headquarter of RBI is in Mumbai. Governor is Shaktikanta Das. He is the 25th governor, established in the year 1st April 1935. Indian Navy has undertaken passage exercise PASEX with the Royal Bahrain Naval Force Coverte Al Muharraq in Persian Gulf under Operation Sankalp. Maritime Security Operation Code named Ops Sankalp was initiated in the Gulf region on June 19, 2019 in the aftermath of attacks on the merchant ships in the Gulf of Oman. So, Indian Navy and Bahrain have undertook the passage exercise PASEX in the Persian Gulf under Operation Sankalp. Chief of the Indian Navy is Admiral Karambir Singh. Vice Chief is G. Ashok Kumar. Bahrain's capital is Manoma. Currency is dinar. PM is Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. King is Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. On March 20th, the Union Defence Ministry has signed a Rs 1188 crore deal with the Bharat Dynamics Limited for the supply of 4960 Milan 2T anti-tank guided missiles to the Indian Army. So, Defence Ministry plus Bharat Dynamics have done a deal of 1188 crore for the supply of 4960 Milan 2T ATGMs to the Indian Army. Headquarter of BDL is in Hyderabad, Telangana. CMD is Siddharth Mishra. Ministry of Defence is Rajnath Singh. Constituency is Lucknow, UP. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilder Limited has paid an interim dividend of Rs 92.56 crore to the Ministry of Defence. MDL has paid a total dividend of 138.73 crore to the Government of India during financial year 2021, including a final dividend of Rs 46.17 crore for financial year 2019-20. Headquarter of MDL is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. MD and Chairman is Narayan Prasad. Ministry of Defence is headed by Rajnath Singh. Constituency is Lucknow, UP. On March 19, Mahindra Defence System Limited has received a contract for manufacturing 1300 light specialist vehicles worth 1056 crore. Light specialist vehicles will be inducted into the Indian Army's fleet in a phased manner over the next 4 years. So you can see it. The contract's value is 1056 crore. Headquarter of Mahindra Defence System is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and they have received a contract for 1300 light specialist vehicles. In a move to turn the goal for health for all into reality, Rajasthan government has announced a cashless insurance of up to Rs 5 lakh under a universal health scheme, Mukhyamantri Chiranjeevi Yojana, for all families of the state under BPL, NFSA and HCCC categories from May 1. So Rajasthan has announced a universal health scheme, Mukhyamantri Chiranjeevi Yojana. Cashless insurance of up to rupees 5 lakh from May 1. Rajasthan's capital is Jaipur. CM is Ashok Gehlot. Governor is Kalraj Mishra. On that, we will take a 5 minute break because 20 slides have gone. We'll join back after 5 minutes. Okay, guys, so let's start. Sports and games. Mumbai batsman Aditya Tare has led his team with a 91 ball 100 as Mumbai went on to beat Uttar Pradesh and lifted their fourth Vijay Hazare Trophy. Prithvi Shaw has become the first player to score 800 runs in the single edition. Uttar Pradesh batsman Madhav Kaushik scored an unbeaten 158, the highest score by a player in the Vijay Hazare Trophy final. So Mumbai team has lifted the fourth Vijay Hazare Trophy. Prithvi Shaw has become the first player to score 800 runs in a single edition. Ireland wicketkeeper Gary Wilson has retired from international cricket, ending his 16-year international career to become head coach of Northwest Warriors. Gary Wilson, Ireland, retired from international cricket. Ireland's capital is Dublin, currency is Euro, PM is Michael Martin. 3000 meter steeplechaser Avinash Sable from Maharashtra has broken the national record for the fifth time in his career, clocking 8.20.20 seconds and rewriting his previous best achieved in Doha, which was 8 minutes 21:30 seconds, 8 hour 21 minutes 37 seconds. Avinash Sable has broken the national record for the fifth time. And Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray, governor is Bhagat Singh Koshyari. 20 minutes, I guess it's 8 hours 20 minutes 20 seconds. On March 21, Yashaswini Deswal has won the, or it can be milliseconds also, I don't know, like you can just check it out. On March 21, the Yashaswini Deswal has won the first gold medal for India in the 10-meter pistol event at the ongoing ISSF World Cup in Delhi. She is one of India's 15 Tokyo Olympic quota winners. So Yashaswini Deswal has won the first gold medal for India in the 10-meter pistol event at the ISSF World Cup in Delhi. Yashaswini Deswal plays the sport of shooting. The Indian Style Wrestling Federation Association of India ISWA has officially been recognized as the National Sport Federation by the Sport Ministry, making it eligible to receive fund and support from the government. So Sports Ministry has officially recognized the Indian Style Wrestling Association of India as NSF. Headquarters of ISWA is in New Delhi, formed in the year 1958. On March 21, Malaysian shuttler Lee Ji Zia has defeated defending champion Victor Axelsen to win the men's single crown at the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championship, while Japan's Nozomi Okuhara has won the women's title for a second time. So Lee Ji Zia has won the men's single at the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championship, while Nozomi Okuhara has won the women's singles at the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championship. On March 19th, Kamalpreet Kaur has qualified for the Tokyo Olympics, breaking national record in women's discus throw. Kamalpreet Kaur set a new national record of 65.06 meters. The Olympic qualification benchmark is 63.5 meters. So Kamalpreet Kaur has set a new national record of 65.06 meters in the discus throw and qualified for the Tokyo Olympics. The ICC Women's World Cup 2022 has announced its official song Girl Gang by New Zealand singer Gin Wigmore. The song is from Wigmore's fourth album Ivory, released in 2017. The ICC Women's Cricket World Cup 2022 will be held in New Zealand from March 4 to April 3. So ICC Women's World Cup 22 has announced its official song Girl Gang by Wigmore, New Zealand singer. ICC Women's World Cup 22 is to be held in New Zealand. New Zealand's capital is Wellington, currency is dollar, Prime Minister is Jacinda Ardern. Coming to important days and dates. Every year, March 20th is observed as the World Sparrow Day to raise awareness about the bird. The need for making this day was felt due to tremendous decrease in its population. House sparrow is on the verge of extinction, and it's a very, very important animal because they play a very, very important role in the human ecosystem. The initiative was started by Nature Forever Society of India. This year the theme is I Love Sparrows. So March 20th was the World Sparrow Day. It is celebrated since 2010. Theme for this year was I Love Sparrows. World Oral Health Day is observed every year on March 20th with the purpose of spreading awareness about the importance of maintaining oral hygiene. The theme for next 3 years is Be Proud of Your Mouth. The campaigning theme is 21 to 23. That means for 2 years. So March 20th is the World Oral Health Day also, along with World Sparrow Day. Be Proud of Your Mouth. Campaign theme is from 21 to 23. 2021 to 2023. International Day of Happiness is observed every year all over the world on March 20th to highlight the importance of happiness in the diurnal lives of people. This year the theme is Happiness for All Forever. The World Happiness Report 21, which was released by United Nations Sustainable Development Solution Network. India ranked 139 out of 149 countries in the report. So International Day of Happiness, March 20th. Theme is Happiness for All Forever. India's rank according to World Happiness Report 21 was 139th. Top was Finland, last was Afghanistan. International Astrology Day was observed on March 20th this year. This day is celebrated with great passion among the Vedic astrology followers as well as Western astrologers. In the year 1993, the Association for Astrological Networking declared International Astrology Day, which varies from March 19 to March 22. It is observed on the spring equinox every year. So you can see it here, observed on the spring equinox every year since 1993. Every year, March 20th is observed as the World Frog Day to celebrate the existence of the tailless amphibians. The day was first observed in 2009 with an aim to raise awareness of the different species of the frogs. March 20th is the World Frog Day since 2009. Every year, French Language Day is celebrated on March 20th. Spoken in more than 25 countries, French has developed from Latin between 5th and 8th centuries. March 20th is the French Language Day. The Central Reserve Police Force has celebrated its 82nd anniversary on March 19th. It was on this day in 1950 that the Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel presented colours to the CRPF after the CRPF Act was enacted and the force rechristened to its present name. The CRPF was raised in 1939 as a Crown Representatives Police. So 82nd raising day of CRPF was observed on March 19th. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel presented colours to the CRPF in 1950. Headquarter of CRPF is in New Delhi. DG is Kuldeep Singh. Formed in the year 1939. Motto is Service and Loyalty. Bihar has observed the 109th Foundation Day on March 22. Every year on March 22, the state observes Bihar Divas or Bihar Day and a public holiday since 2010. The state government has decided Jal Jeevan Haryali as the theme for this year's celebrations. So March 22 is the 109th Foundation Day of Bihar or Bihar Divas since 2010. Theme of this year's dedication is Jal Jeevan Haryali. The United Nations has observed March 21 as the International Day of Forests, commemorating the green cover around the world and reiterating its importance. This year the theme is Forest Restoration, a path to recovery and well-being. So March 21 is the International Day of Forests since 2012. Theme is Forest Restoration, a path to recovery and well-being. UNESCO has come up with World Poetry Day that is celebrated on March 21st. UNESCO adopted this on March 21 in its 30th General Conference held in Paris this year in 1999. March 21 is the World Poetry Day by UNESCO. World Water Day is observed across the world, across the globe on March 22 with the purpose of highlighting the importance of water and raising awareness about the water crisis. According to the United Nations website, the main focus of the day is to support the achievement of Sustainable Development Goals, water and sanitation for all by 2030. The year for this theme is this year the theme is valuing water. So March 22 is the World Water Day. Theme is valuing water. Aim is to support the achievement of SDG 6, water and sanitation for all by 2030. On March 21, the world celebrates International Day for Elimination of Racial Discrimination to create awareness about the impacts of racial discrimination. This year the theme is Youth Standing Up Against Racism. So March 21st is the International Day for Elimination of Racial Discrimination. Theme is Youth Standing Up Against Racism. So we'll take a 2-minute break, not a very long break, just a 2-minute break, and we shall start from 560. So let's start again. The World Puppetry Day was recently observed across the globe on March 21 to promote the puppetry arts. The day was launched by UNIMA in 2003. So March 21st is the World Puppetry Day. The day was launched by UNIMA in 2003. Communist Party of India urged the Union government to declare March 23 as Shahid Divas, the martyrdom day of Bhagat Singh and his comrades, as Inqilab Divas to be marked with a national public holiday. This year is the 90th anniversary of martyrdom of freedom fighter Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru. March 20th, 3 Shahid Divas, Martyr Day, Inqilab Divas. This is the 90th anniversary of martyrdom of freedom fighter. So January 30th is the another Martyrs Day. This is the death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. World Meteorological Day 21 is celebrated on March 23 every year. This year the theme is the ocean, our climate and weather. The World Meteorological Organization, or WMO, was established on March 23 in the year 1950. So March 23 is the World Meteorological Day. Theme is the ocean, our climate and weather. Headquarters of WMO is in Geneva, Switzerland. Secretary General is Petteri Talas, established in the year 1950. Russia has hosted a peace conference for Afghanistan. This one-day gathering is the first of the three planned international conferences ahead of May 1 deadline for the final withdrawal of US and NATO troops from the country. So Russia has hosted a peace conference in Afghanistan. Russia's capital is Moscow. Russian ruble is the currency. PM is Mikhail Mishustin. President is Vladimir Putin. Afghanistan's capital is Kabul. Afghani is the currency. President is Ashraf Ghani. On March 18th, the decision to hold the joint exercise PABI Anti-Terror 21 was announced during the 36th meeting of the Council for Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure held in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. India, Pakistan, China and other members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization will hold a joint anti-terrorism exercise PABI Anti-Terror 2021 this year. So this was the 36th meeting of the Council for Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure RATS held in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. SCO members will hold a joint anti-terrorism exercise, PABI Anti-Terror 2021. Uzbekistan's capital is Tashkent. President is Shashwat Mirziyoyev. SCO member countries are China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Pakistan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Coming to award, reward, recognition and prizes. NTPC has been conferred the prestigious Role Model Award at the 11th C2 National HR Excellence Award 2021. The award is the highest level of recognition in the field of human resources by the Confederation of Indian Industry. So NTPC has been conferred the prestigious Role Model Award at the 11th C2 National HR Excellence Award 2021. Headquarters of HTPC is in New Delhi. CMD is Gurdeep Singh, founded in the year 1975. Riz Ahmed, who has been nominated for his stellar act in Amazon movie Sound of Metal, is the first Muslim actor to be nominated in the Best Actor category in Oscar. So Riz Ahmed UK is the first Muslim actor to be nominated in the Best Actor category in Oscar for his role in the movie Sound of Metal. On March 17th, the Gandhi Peace Prize for the year 2020 is conferred on Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. This prestigious prize for the year 2019 is being conferred on the late Sultan Qubuz bin Said of Oman. The Gandhi Peace Prize is an annual award instituted by the Government of India since 1995. The 125th birth anniversary commemoration year of Mahatma Gandhi. So Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was conferred the Gandhi Peace Prize of the year 2020. Gandhi Peace Prize for the year 2019 was given to Sultan Qubuz bin Said Al Said of Oman. Gandhi Peace Prize was first awarded in the year 1995. On March 18th, the jury of the 67th National Film Awards has announced the winners for the year 2019. Sikkim has bagged the award for the most film-friendly state. The other awards were given as mentioned below. So 67th National Film Awards, they are, kindly remember the number, 67th. Most film friendly state Sikkim. Best feature film Marakar, Lion of the Arabian Sea. This is a Malayalam movie. An Engineered Dream. This is a non-feature film, Hindi. Kasturi is the children's film. Best Hindi film is Chichore. It starred late Sushant Singh Rajput. Bardo is the best Marathi film. Best Assamese film is Ronuva, Who Never Surrender. Jersey is the best Telugu film. Akshi is the best Kannada film. Best Malayalam film is Kalinottam. Gumnami is the best Bengali film. It is on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Asuran is the best Tamil film. Best actor went to Manoj Bajpayee for Bhonsle, Hindi, and Dhanush for Asuran. Best actress went for Kangana Ranaut for Panga and for Manikarnika. Best child artist went for Naga Vishal for KD Tamil. Best female black singer went for Savini Ravindra for Bardo Marathi. Best male playback singer went for B Parag for Kesari. A 1995 batch Indian Foreign Service officer Arindam Bagchi is said to be the new spokesperson of the MEA, Ministry for External Affairs, succeeding Anurag Srivastava. Bagchi has served as the Indian ambassador to Croatia from November 2018 to June 2020. So you can see it here. Ministry of External Affairs is headed by Subramaniam Jaishankar, constituency is Gujarat. On March 19, WhatsApp has appointed senior Amazon executive Manish Mahatme to lead its newly launched payment service in India. In February, WhatsApp processed 5.5 million UPI transactions worth rupees 32.4 crore as per the latest data. So Manish Mahatme has been appointed as the WhatsApp Pay to head its newly launched payment service in India. Headquarters of WhatsApp is in California, USA. CEO is Jancom. On March 23, US President Joe Biden has nominated former Senator Bill Nelson to serve as the 14th NASA administrator. Earlier, National Aeronautics and Space Administration has appointed Indian American Bhavya Lal as the agency's acting chief of staff. Nelson will succeed Jim Bridenstine. So Bill Nelson is going to serve as the 14th administrator of the NASA. Headquarters of NASA is in Washington, D.C., USA. Administrator is Bill Nelson, founded in the year 1958. Coming to rank reports and surveys, on March 24th, the Labour Bureau and Employment and Broadcasting Engineering Consultant India Limited have signed a service level agreement for providing technical and manpower support to Labour Bureau for conducting All India Survey on Migrant Workers and All India Quarterly Establishment Based Employment Service (AQEES). Labour Bureau plus BECIL have signed an agreement for the All India Quarterly Establishment Based Employment Survey. Headquarters of BECIL is in New Delhi. MD and Chairman is George Kuruvilla. China has the strongest military people force in the world, scoring 82 out of 100 points, while India stands at number 4, according to a study released by defense website Military Direct on March 21. USA comes in the second place with 74 points, followed by Russia at 69, India at 61, and then France with 58. So China has the strongest military force in the world, score is 82 by 100. Second is US, third is Russia, fourth is India, fifth is France. The e-commerce sector in India is predicted to grow at 27% CAGR over 29 to 24 and is expected to reach $99 billion by 24. According to a report titled India Trendbook 21 released by Ernst & Young IVCA. The report also revealed that India will have 220 million online shoppers in India by 2025. So India Trendbook 21 report was released by IVCA. E-commerce sector in India is expected to reach $99 billion by 24 and it is to grow at a 27% CAGR. Foreign portfolio investors have pumped in a record $36 billion into equities so far this fiscal up to March 10, which is the highest since financial year 13 according to the latest data from Reserve Bank of India. On the other hand, net foreign direct investment inflows jumped to $44 billion till end of January. So foreign portfolio investors have pumped in a record $36 billion in equities up to March 10, the highest since financial year 13 according to RBI. On March 17, the RBI has released the data related to 29-20 round of its annual survey on exports of computer software and information technology enabled services. India's export of software services stood at $128.6 billion during 29 to 20, registering a 9.1% growth over the previous year. USA was the major destination for software exports with 56.6% share. So India's export of software services stood at $128.6 billion during 29-20. Major destination for software exports, USA's 56.6% share. On March 18th, India has moved down 13 spots in the Knight Frank's latest Global House Price Index to finish last at the 56th rank in the quarter ending December 20. The country saw a decline of 3.6% year on year in home prices. Turkey continues to lead the annual rankings, followed by New Zealand and Slovakia. So Knight Frank's Global House Price Index, India is 56, topped by Turkey. India saw a decline of 3.6% year on year in the home prices. On March 19, more than 450 million or 1 in 5 children worldwide resided in areas of extremely or extremely high water vulnerability, according to a new report, Reimagining WASH, Water Security for All. It was released by UNICEF on March 18, 2021. The document identified 37 hotspot countries where children face especially dire circumstances. UNICEF had set an ambitious goal to ensure every child had access to climate resilient water services by 2025 and by 2030 for all children to have access to safe and affordable water supply and to live in water secure communities. So WASH full form is Water Security for All. It was released by UNICEF. Over 450 million children live in areas of high or extremely high water vulnerability. The document has identified 37 hotspot countries with high water vulnerability. UNICEF's aim is to ensure every child has access to climate resilient water services by 2025. All children are going to have an access to safe and affordable water supply by 2030. On March 18th, Union Minister for State of Labour and Employment Sri Santosh Kumar Gangwar has released the Compendium on Consumer Price Index for Industrial Workers. Labour Bureau has begun compiling the index since 1945. Minister for State for Independent Charge of Labour and Employment has released the Compendium on Consumer Price Index for Industrial Workers. Volume 1 to 4th, 1945 to 2020 has been done. Minister for State in Ministry of Labour and Employment is Santosh Kumar Gangwar. Constituency is Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. We'll take a 2-minute break here and then we will finish 2 to 3 minute break and then we will finish the whole mock drill. So let us start from here. I guess we have done it. So Power Grid is going to acquire a 74% stake in JP Power Grid Limited of Jayaprakash Power Ventures Limited. Headquarter of Power Grid is in Gurgaon, Haryana. MD and Chairman is Kandi Kuppa Shrikant. Headquarter of JPVL is in Noida, Uttar Pradesh. MD is Suren Jain. On March 22, the Competition Commission of India has approved the acquisition of 51% equity share of the North Eastern Electricity Supply Company of Odisha by Tata Power Company Limited from Grid Corporation of Odisha Limited, GRIDCO. So CCI has approved the acquisition of 51% equity share of Nesco Utility by Tata Power. Headquarter of TPCL is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Chairman is N. Chandrasekharan. Headquarter of CCI is in New Delhi. Chairman is Ashok Kumar Gupta. Established in the year 2003. On March 17, CA Rover Holding has divested a 4.25% stake in SBI Cards and Payment Services Limited for Rs 3,943 crore through an open market transaction. SBI Cards is the second largest credit card issuer in India with an 18% market share. So CA Rover Holdings has divested 4.25% stake in SBI Cards and Payment Services Limited for Rs 3,943 crore. Headquarter of SBI Card and Payment Services Limited is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. CEO is Rama Mohan Rao Amara. National Small Industries Corporation has partnered with Agriculture and Processed Food Export Development Authority (APEDA) to help its MSME members in the export potential of their agriculture and processed food products. APEDA and NSE will also facilitate the participation of MSME in favor of international level, including B2B and B2C fairs. So NSIC and APEDA has come in partnership to boost the export of agricultural and processed food products. Headquarter of NSIC is in New Delhi. Chairman is and MD is Vijendra. Headquarter of APEDA is in New Delhi. Chairman is Paban K. Bora Thakur. Established in the year 1986. India's DPIIT and the Japan's Patent Office have signed a memorandum of cooperation to act mutually as competent international searching authority and international preliminary examining authority from July to accelerate prosecution of patent application in both countries. DPIIT plus Japan have signed a memorandum of cooperation to act mutually as the competent ISA and IPA from July. Japan's capital is Tokyo, currency is yen. PM is Yoshihide Suga. DPIIT works under Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Piyush Goyal. Headquarter of DPIIT is in New Delhi. Secretary is Guru Prasad Mohapatra. On March 19, Indian Space Research Organization and National Institute of Technology, Rourkela, have signed an MOU for setting up a Space Technology Incubation Center. This collaboration with ISRO will open up a new opportunity for research and development as well as space startups. So ISRO and NIT have signed an MOU to set up a Space Technology Incubation Center. Headquarter of ISRO is in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Director is Kailas Savedu Sivan. FIFA has collaborated with United Nations on Office on Drugs and Crimes to launch the Global Integrity Program, a comprehensive international program aimed at providing all 211 member associations with enhanced knowledge and tools to fight and prevent match manipulation. So FIFA and UNODC have launched the Global Integrity Program. Headquarter of FIFA is in Zurich, Switzerland. President is Gianni Infantino. Headquarter of UNODC is Romania, Austria. Director General is Ghada Fatih Veli. ITC's social investment program Mission Sunehra Kal has entered into a partnership with the government of Karnataka to execute a watershed development program covering over 1 million acres and 100 watersheds across the state. So ITC's Mission Sunehra Kal and Karnataka have partnership to execute a watershed development program. Headquarter of ITC Limited is in Kolkata, West Bengal. CEO is Sanjeev Puri. Karnataka's capital is Bangalore. CM is B.S. Yediyurappa. Governor is Vajubhai Wala. On March 19th, the Jal Shakti Ministry has entered into a partnership with the United Nations Office for Project Services and Denmark to help bring tap water connections to 11 water-scar districts in Uttar Pradesh, water-starved Bundelkhand and Vindhya regions under the Jal Jeevan Mission. So Jal Shakti Ministry, UNOPS plus Denmark have joined together to help bring tap water connection to 11 water-scar districts in UP. Minister of Jal Shakti is Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. Headquarter of UNOPS is in Copenhagen, Denmark. Denmark's capital is Copenhagen. Danish krone is the currency. PM is Mette Frederiksen. Executive Director is Grete Farimo. UP's capital is Lucknow. CM is Yogi Adityanath. Governor is Anandiben Patel. On March 19th, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India has released a handbook on ethics for insolvency professionals, ethical and regulatory framework to stimulate the highest standards of ethics and professionalism. This handbook has been prepared by the IBBI in association with British High Commission. So IBBI have released a handbook on ethics for insolvency professionals, ethicals and regulatory framework. The handbook is prepared by IBBI plus British High Commission. Headquarter of IBBI is in New Delhi. Chairperson is MS Sahu. Vice President of India M. Venkaiah Naidu has launched a book bringing governments and people closer. The book was authored by Dr. M. Ramachandran, IAS retired Chancellor, the ISFAI University, Dehradun. So he's the IAS retired, now is the Chancellor of ISCFAI University, Dehradun. So Bringing Government and People Closer book is authored by Dr. M. Ramachandran. Book was launched by M. Venkaiah Naidu. On March 15, wrestler Ritika Fogart, a cousin of the Fogart sister, has allegedly died in suicide by Haryana's Charkhi Dadari district after she lost the final bout of a tournament. So Ritika Fogart, Rajasthan, a wrestler, passed away. Rajasthan's capital is Jaipur. CM is Ashok Gehlot. Governor is Kalraj Mishra. On March 20th, former Security and Exchange Board of India chairman G.V. Ramakrishna passed away in Chennai. Ramakrishna was born in the year 1930 and was the first chairman of SEBI. So G.V. Ramakrishna, former and the first chairman of SEBI, has passed away. Headquarters of SEBI is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Chairman is Ajay Tyagi, established in the year 1992. On March 23, Western filmmaker Sagar Sarhadi has passed away due to age-related illness. He was 88 years old. So Sagar Sarhadi was a writer and a filmmaker and passed away. He was credited with films like Kabhi Kabhi and Silsila and Chandni. Sheikh Ahmed Nasser Al Mohammed Al Sabah, Foreign Minister of Kuwait, had visited India on 17 to 18 March 21. A joint statement on establishment of a joint ministerial commission at the level of foreign ministers to steer the relationship was issued during the visit. So Foreign Minister of Kuwait visited India for a 2-day visit. Joint ministerial commission at the level of foreign ministers was to be established. Sheikh Ahmed Nasser Al Mohammed Al Sabah, Foreign Minister of Kuwait. Kuwait's city is the capital, dinar is the currency. It is the highest valued currency due to the oil reserves in Kuwait. PM is Sabah Al Khalid Al Sabah. Emir is Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Sabah. On March 17, Indo-US Science Technology Forum, IUSSTF, has launched the US-India Artificial Intelligence Initiative to focus on AI cooperation in critical areas that are priorities for both countries. India-US S&T Forum launched the Artificial Intelligence Initiative. US capital is Washington, D.C. US dollar is the currency. 46th President is Joe Biden. 49th VP is Kamala Harris. As on March 20th, India and France are working on their third joint satellite mission, Trishna. The full form is Thermal Infrared Imaging Satellite for High Resolution Natural Resource Assessment. ISRO and French Space Agency CNES, Central National Institut Spatialis, have undertaken 2 joint missions, Megatropicos, which was launched in 2011, and Saral Altica in 2013. The 2 space agencies have also finalized the all-interface control document for accommodating CNES Argos instrument in ISRO's OceanSat-3 satellite. So ISRO India, CNES France are working on their third joint satellite mission, Trishna. Trishna's full form I have already discussed, Thermal Infrared Imaging Satellite for High Resolution Natural Resource Assessment. Megatropicos 2011 and Saral Artica 2013 is between India and France. France capital is Paris, currency is Euro, President is Emmanuel Macron, PM is Jean Castex. Coming to Ordinance Bill and Acts, on March 21, Rajya Sabha has approved the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Bill 21 to amend the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971 on 16th March 2021. Under this act, the girls now or the women now can terminate pregnancy up to 24 weeks. It was earlier 20 weeks for special categories of women. So Rajya Sabha has amended the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971. Upper gestation limit to terminate pregnancy is now 24 weeks from 20 weeks earlier. Thank you very much for watching. This is Rohit Sharma. Shall meet you with the Hindi version of the same shortly tomorrow. Tomorrow or even it can be today. Thank you very much.